to your point, right? Like, okay, fine. You can say what you want to say. Your volume don't mean you any more accurate because I've been here. Like, I've been here, and that's just where I'm at.
Peace, everybody. I'm Carmelo Anthony here with my co-host.
It's your boy, the Kid Merrill, man. Who you would do Direct Flap. This is 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. A Wave Sports and Entertainment original. It's presented by Prize Picks. Hey, yo, today, chill mo, kill mo, you know what I'm saying? DMV's in the house, DC area, PG County to be exact. Produces the cradle of hoopers.
Okay.
PG County,
go.
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And just so y'all clear, she's a legend in 2 games, you know what I'm saying? Like Pee Wee Kirkland, y'all know that line, you know what I mean? Biggie's all selection, you know what I mean? As a hooper for Georgetown, you know the vibes, that's a very serious program, bro. It's not a game out there. And popping like fish grease right now for MSG and ESPN, bro. What? 2 networks, baby. Getting 2 checks. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Miss Monica McNutt.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you.
Intro, I love that.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Welcome to 7 P.M. Welcome to the hood.
Thank you, guys.
We here.
That was great. I love
You know
that.
what I'm saying? Gotta give you yours, you know what I'm saying? Because you are popping right now. You are the lottery pick of 2025. You know what I'm saying? Whatever network gets you for 2025
Is on.
you're welcome.
Listen,
You're lucky.
Let the bidding battle begin.
Back the Brinks
Okay.
truck up. Back the Brinks truck up for my girl. You know what I'm saying? Because yo, man, like you are very, very, very well versed in what you do. Like
Trying to be.
a lot of these older heads, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these older heads try to step to you, thinking like you don't got the sauce, but it's like, yo, I does this. You know what I mean?
A
Like,
little bit. It's been a fun week, y'all. For sure. I mean, obviously, pumped to be here with y'all, but like, I'm so excited about the growth of women's basketball and the conversation around the WNBA. But I think, like, you got to know who you're talking to your point, right? Like, okay, fine. You can say what you want to say. Your volume don't mean you any more accurate because I've been here. Like, I've been here, and that's just where I'm at. And so I really am grappling with, is all attention good attention? Because I think there is going to come a point where this conversation has just become so redundant and singularly focused that it's actually going to be damning.
right. And that's the thing. It's like you don't want to. It's great to ride a wave of a moment, but you don't want to become that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is, yeah, that's shorty. That was that. Nah. I do. This is what I've done. This is my resume.
100%.
But if it makes sense, if the topic makes sense, right?
Yeah,
if the conversation makes sense, why are we constantly battling that conversation? You understand what I'm saying? That topic, like why are we debating that topic if we should support that or not in women's basketball? Like it's not even debatable. Like it should be all one. We support no matter what. Like, you know what I mean? We gonna discuss the game. We gonna talk about the game. We gonna analyze the game. We gonna break down the game. And with that being said, we gotta break down players, right? But that's how we keep it. Like, we got to be supporting that. We shouldn't be like, it shouldn't be a battle.
Melo, I'm with you, but I think what you just said that's not happening is watch the game, support the game, analyze the game, talk about all the players. The conversation right now we stepped into the door of the WNBA, and that's because of Caitlin Clark, rightfully so. But people are not walking all the way in, sitting down, taking a seat, and having a real conversation.
Absolutely.
Because ain't no way we not talking about what Asia Wilson is doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no way people not hip to the rivalry between the Aces and the Liberty.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much there, and we're just leaving so much meat on the bone. The girl is going to be great. Caitlin Clark, fantastic. She deserved a break from the Olympic team, whatever. Like, she's going to be fantastic. But I just want to see the conversation move forward. And I think as this thing is continuing to grow, the most disappointing part for me is taking away the competition. The thing that we're going to analyze. The thing that is the foundation of the whole league. Like, what are y'all talking about? Let these people compete.
Yeah.
Right. So this was like a shower thought that I had.
Come on, we love
saying?
shower thoughts.
You know what I mean? Just
Sometimes.
a random ass thought. Right, because you don't know if it makes sense or not. And you're going to make me help decipher it. Y'all going to help me. Pro Hoop is going to help me decipher this. Okay. So the WNBA is growing right now. It's getting a lot of attention.
Yep.
And then, you know, I mean, y'all know the undertones of like the whole Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese versus, you know, there's a little bit of racial undertones there.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like it's racially tinged. You know what I'm saying? To keep it, you know, whatever. But is the W having its Magic and Bird moment right now? You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like, yo, we're going to prop up these 2 stars. We're going to pick, and y'all are going to go head to head because of, you know, culture war, race shit, you know what I mean? Whatever. But whatever drives interest and eyeballs. You know what I mean?
So I think women's college basketball absolutely had that moment when those two were at Iowa and LSU. The fact is, though, y'all, like the Sky and the Fever are, we're going to say, rebuilding their pro teams.
Right.
And so
Clearly.
the test is, and so far, Caitlin continues to drive viewership, as does Angel. The test is, are people going to stay and watch these girls not win? Because they won in college at a high level, right? The deep threes hit different when you're walking away with the W as opposed to, you know what I'm saying, maybe sit in the fourth quarter as Caitlin did her last game. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. The marketing piece of it, oh, good Lord, I can't believe I said that word. The word giving me a headache.
It's part of the game, though.
It's giving me such a headache this week. It's giving me such a headache this week, y'all.
For real.
I do know that we just added a Sky Fever game to the ESPN schedule that will be nationally televised. So it's real. That. But again, for me, like, how much do you... The Spurs, y'all. Victor's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
The Spurs was on TV however many times, but how many times were they in the national conversation?
Yeah.
They stunk, like, outside of him. And so, like, I get that this is brand new and exciting and talk about the W, and I'm fine. Like, I'm not going to be naive. Give me Caitlin, give me Angel. But also, by the way, the team going after a three-peat is the Las Vegas Aces.
Right.
Like, can we just get a little more basketball into it is my only ask.
Yeah, my thing about that conversation, that topic is nobody's watching the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody's talking, but they're not watching the game. Like, you're not watching the Aces play. You're not watching the Fever play. Like, you're not watching the Sky play. You're just not doing that. So because of that, you already have this notion and this idea of, and your perspective on the game and on the sport in general. What the Aces is doing is phenomenal. Like, it's unbelievable. What the Liberty is doing on this side is unbelievable. Like, to your point, that nobody talks about that rivalry. Like, that's, you know, that's like Houston Comets and the Liberty. You know what I mean? Like, that's like,
let's go.
What we witnessing is these moments right now. And I always said, as a player, like, and somebody who's been in the game for 20 years, as a rookie, it don't matter how nice you are. You got to wait your turn. And it's not nobody going, everybody's going to go at you because you are who you are. So what we going to fall in love with is how you sustain that, like how you come out of that. Like, are you going to fold? Are you going to stand up to it? Are you going to step up, right? It's time to come to see that. Even with Angel, I love Angel, right? But you guys are the faces of this, you know, you said the magic and bird of this era going into the WNBA. We got to see if y'all going to sustain that and stand the test of time, because what's happening, these grown women, like, you up here with grown women. You ain't in dorms no more. They got 3 kids going home. Like, they got husbands. Like,
401k.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
they got 2 mortgages.
This is real life. So, I want them to go through what they're going through as a rookie. You know, it maybe not too much, not as much, but you need that. You need that to overcome what's about to happen.
The thing about it, though, I think if you talk to those women, they're fine.
Facts.
Like, we are rookies in a league that we respect. It's all the outside noise that has been sort of nauseating to a degree. But they get it. Angel said on her Vogue drop that she was going pro. Like, I'm excited to play against the best. Caitlin has said it. Like, the Olympic team is the best team in the world. Like, it's a goal of mine to make it. I'm fine not being on it. Like, it's all this other stuff.
It's hard, though. It's hard making that team, bro.
I was just about to ask you.
No, it's hard.
I was just about to ask you about that.
It's very difficult.
Is it?
Like, you coming to camp with, for us, we coming to camp with 35 guys. Like, and this is when the USA was like, we was down, our down years.
Right.
So you got to come compete. Like, even it was guys who was all-stars and superstars who didn't make that team. You got to go compete. Like, it wasn't no
cakewalk,
no rookie coming in and, you know, on that 08 team. Like, it was.
So, Melo, give me your honest thing, right? Because this is the first time in this conversation that I have kind of sat in the middle. I'm like, the women's team has been so dominant. The 12th player was not going to make a difference.
No.
But I totally respect merit and that being people's career aspiration and dream.
Yes.
And if I seen somebody get the nod just off of marketing and following, I would feel a type of way too.
Yeah.
So for you, right, knowing how competitive that is, in Caitlin's case, she hasn't been able to attend the camps and stuff. She was playing in college still, right? So she doesn't have that camaraderie. Do you think it was a miss by Team USA?
I think, to the word that you use, marketing.
Okay. Oh,
like your favorite word. Your favorite word, right? Your favorite word, right? We talk about, like, the women's U.S. national team has been dominant forever.
Yeah.
Whether who come
Unstoppable.
on that team or not, that team is going to always be dominant. So now what happens is you have the domination and you also have the eyeballs now, right? So now we talk about growing this game, this sport globally, right? Now they both meet at one of the higher stages in basketball, in sports, right? Whether you play or not, it should be an honor. You get what I'm saying? Y'all gonna win.
Yeah.
You're gonna get better, right? You going to that and just taking that role or taking that job or taking that 12 spot, you're gonna learn so much from that. Like we had AD as a rookie. We had a Mecca Okafor in 04 as a rookie. You know what I mean? Like we Carlos Boo, like we were the young guys. We didn't play in 04.
I remember.
We don't remember that.
We didn't play in 04. Sit your young ass down. Like, and we wasn't even supposed to be on the team. Like we was last additions because nobody else wanted to come. KG, Barron, all those guys, they backed out.
Okay, so let's unpack this then.
Yeah.
Because obviously you were an elite competitor, you're talented enough to be on that team, but considering all of that stuff, if we tie that back to this conversation, if Caitlin were to get the nod and she didn't earn it basketball-wise, isn't that disrespectful to a degree?
I can see that, yeah.
Right?
It can come off as disrespectful. But it's like what we want, guys. Like what we want
It's like a double-edged sword.
Like, yeah. We want this to be the biggest shit ever. And it's going to be because it's just the domination of the U.S. women's team. But now you get a whole nother conversation. Right. And I think that what people are afraid of is if she don't play. Right? If she don't play. Because she's a competitor. So she's gonna enjoy the moment. It's if she don't play, the noise that everybody is gonna have to deal with on the team, USA, on the road, it's a lot of shit to deal with.
Hold on, champ. You think she's gonna walk out and she'll make the team and they're gonna be like, yo, y'all lost? And she's gonna be like, yo, I ain't even play. Ask somebody who
Now
played.
you gotta understand the team. You gotta see the dynamics of that team. That team is strong.
So here's my thinking.
Okay.
And also, hold on, but not to you, I'm sorry, to your point, like to your question. To your point. She haven't practiced. Like, she haven't been at camp. She haven't been at practice. So it's no disrespect to her of not making the team. It's the timing of the season, right? It's the timing of the sport, right?
For college season.
For college season. Like, it's a lot of things that have to start working together in order for everybody to be happy.
It's 9 players on that roster with Olympic experience. And half of those have probably won. Diana's won 5 times herself. So, like, that ain't no, like, okay, I'm a rookie. That's beyond being a rookie. It's a freaking Olympic team, y'all.
Yeah, no, it's serious. But again, the cursed word, marketing.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? You put her on a team,
today.
right? And to your point, like of her not playing, not getting minutes, whatever. But the way the internet works, you know what I'm saying? She gets on there, she's a 12th on the bench, you know what I'm saying? You put her in 5 minutes, she hits 2 threes from the logo. That they clip that out, that goes all over social media, goes crazy.
And then now they expect her to play the next
win-win?
game. Now they expect her to play the next game.
Put her in for 5 minutes, let her hit 3 more threes. You know what I'm saying? Have a couple dimes. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta stop.
That's the marketing.
No, you gotta stop.
The marketing, and then you let, like you said, the vets that been there, got 9 years experience, is the Diana Taurasi of the game. Let them do their thing. But then give the casual fan, here's a couple, I'll give you a couple minutes.
Should she be on there for marketing? Should she be on there for
sports is.
It's not. Should she be on there? And I'm only saying that because of the like where we at today in society, right? Should she be on there for branding purposes?
That's what it is.
Right?
Should she?
Everybody's thinking that part. Nobody's thinking you gotta earn your way. You gotta earn your keep. I gotta get better. I gotta develop. I got these ladies in front of me that I gotta go. I have to go play. I have to prove myself to these. I still got to prove myself to these ladies every single night. So to be picked, and it's a lot different on the women's side than the men's side. The women's side being picked and selected for the national team is so tense and like so of a special moment because there's not that many of them, right? So and they carrying on a certain tradition that they have to keep running. They got to understand it, right? So whether you the best player at the 12th man or the best player at the number 1 position, you have to earn your keep. And for me, honestly, I just don't think that. I think the timing fucks everything up for Caitlin. You haven't been to camp. You haven't been, all of that.
Right.
And I think those ladies in front of you right now, they've been there. They earned it. They deserve it. And they're going to go over there and win a gold medal. And you got to wait your turn.
Period. Right? And then, and still, if the first couple of names that come to mind in terms of, you could argue snubs, and we'll see what happens because we got to see what Chelsea Gray's health looks like. But Arike Ngumawala is a bucket.
Yeah.
I'm taking her over Caitlin right now, hands down. Yeah. Right? A different position, but Nneka Ogwumike has been snubbed a couple different times in terms of the Olympic team. And so even the women that are on the fringe that went to camp, like, you talking about going and taking somebody's spot?
That's different.
She's just not there yet.
Yeah.
And for me, the basketball of it all is so very important that the women's national team, I'm not going to say doesn't need branding, but they've been good. They're going to continue to be good.
Right.
And so the branding conversation, this is not a redeem team. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. The redeem team is crazy. I don't know who made that up.
It's just fucked up because it's more about the business now than the competition. Right. If it was just strictly about competition, then Caitlin, we respect that. But I feel bad for her in a sense because she don't think like that. Like, she wants to hoop. She want to compete. When she understands, I got to go through this process in order to get where I need to be. And it's going to take time. It ain't going to take 20 games. It ain't going to take 20 games, bro.
I mean,
I seen Taurasi coming in 04, right?
She's a different animal, though.
But what I'm saying is, so are you ready for that moment?
Yeah.
Right now is what I'm saying. The difference in those two coming into the WNBA.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The mindset that you had to have, like, she was ready for the physicality. She was ready for everything. The game was a lot different back then in the WNBA, but they was coming for her too. And she held it, and she held her own. And she created that, and we fell in love with her as we started to watch her develop and get comfortable with the game. I fall in love with the process, and I want to see the process of Caitlin. I want to see her development. I want to see how she grows. I want to see where she goes at with this.
I think
Next Olympics.
Gonna be fine. Next Olympics. At homegrown. LA?
26. 26 years old, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In your prime. You know what I'm saying? Pay your dues down.
26 in LA with Caitlin Clark.
Man.
You think people are mad now?
Man.
You know what? So that's the thing too. Like, you think it's like, as an analyst, as a fan, as a hooper, do you think that this storyline, right, is like something that's gonna sustain, right? And is it gonna dilute the other storylines in the W, or is it gonna is it like a rising tide lifts all boats?
My hope is 100% the latter, right? But I think, like we said earlier, there's so many people that have come because they're following her, but they haven't dug in enough to get comfortable and let it be more than just Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. And the basketball is growing. It's great. These women are great. These athletes are great. And the competition level is high, right? But if you are almost a homer, right? Like, if the process frustrates you, oh, well, Indiana's going to be a tough watch for a couple of seasons, right? You know what I mean? And so you have to decide, what are we in for? Like, am I signing up to watch her grow and go through this process? Am I signing up to be a part of this WNBA and women's basketball experience at large, or are you here for one person? It's going to be fascinating to watch the viewership numbers throughout the season. They're still up. They've been up year to year for the past 4 seasons in the WNBA, and she's still a driving force, a force multiplier indeed. But by the end of the season, will we see, those Indiana games not rating the way they once were? Like, we got to see. We're in a brave new space.
You know? I mean, look, it's great to watch somebody go off. But if, like you said, like, it hits different when you drop 62 and lose. You know what I'm saying? Or you hit 10 threes and lose. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, people don't watch. I just would say that. Like,
people
nobody's
on TV
watching Indiana Fever. Like, people not watching Indiana Fever. Right, in a sense, not watching, but like following them all the way through the whole process to be able to, like, I'm gonna watch every game to see how can I be in this conversation? Nobody's doing that. You're not breaking down the Indiana Fever game. Not
enough people on TV are watching at all, for sure. I was there for the home opener in Indiana, and apparently the rep on Indiana is they love their high school and college balls, not so much
they say
pros.
That's the basketball state.
Yeah, but I guess for the pros, apparently they don't get as excited. Although I guess
the divas.
Whatever. Anyway.
Come on, Monica. They don't play the game the right way.
Something
divas.
Like I really think y'all...
They want hotel rooms. How dare they? Want continental breakfast.
The impact, though, to me, is yet to be seen in terms of the young girls that she's been able to inspire.
That's what I'm trying to see. Like,
it's different.
Because I'm honestly, it excites me because I love basketball, period.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, to me, if I could watch basketball year round, that's great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I want the W to grow to a level where it's on prime time. It's on all the time. And you can, you know what I'm saying? And there's different, all kinds of different shoes, and they're in the same ads with, you know, with Melo, with the Anthony Edwardses of the world. You know what I'm saying? That, to me, that would be the prime outcome.
Yeah.
For hoop fans everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You're welcome. You know what I'm saying? I just put it in the air. That means it's gonna happen.
There we go.
Mero Damas.
There we go.
I said it.
We're taking a brief break from today's episode to let you know that Prize Picks got you covered when it comes to helping you make some bread.
That's right. It's finals time, y'all, and Prize Picks is the easiest and most exciting way to turn every game-changer moment into 100 times your money. With as little as 4 correct picks, yes, 4, you can turn $10 into $100.
This playoff season, the star players mean more on Prize Picks. So keep an eye out for the star players on the board, and you can receive a 10% payout boost if they're in your winning lineup.
You know what I'm saying? Also, Prize Picks got injury insurance to let your lineup stay in play even if one of your players gets injured this playoff basketball season. So if you got a player who exits the game in the first half and he does not return in the second, Prize Picks got you, and it will not count as a loss.
Prize Picks allows you to pick combo projections across baseball and basketball with specials, so you can support all your teams while still cashing in.
Yeah, I mean, you can't beat that. And if you're looking for promotions, Prize Picks got you covered every single week. From lowering select players' stats projections on Tuesdays, which increases your chance of getting a win, to getting your entry fees back if you have a losing lineup on Fridays. Matter of fact, I got a couple of projections in mind already, B.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking of leaning Caitlin Clark. Talked about Caitlin Clark a lot today. So more than 30 points in her next contest. And Angel Reese for more than 10 assists in her next game. Little combo situation here. More than 30 points for Caitlin, more than 10 assists for Angel.
More than 30 points for Caitlin. I would say less, 20s.
24, 25.
23, 25. Angel, 10 assists. She do pass the shit out the ball. Say about 7 or 8, so I'm going to take less.
Less. Boom. Lock it in. You know what I'm saying? Look, that was wild easy. Make sure that you visit prizepicks.com/7 p.m. and use our promo code 7 p.m. for a deposit match up to $100.
This episode is sponsored by Coinbase. Coinbase is the best and easiest place to get started with crypto. Coinbase is the most trusted, only publicly traded crypto exchange. And honestly, the best way to start learning about crypto is just to simply try it.
That's fact. It's easy to buy a little crypto, you know what I'm saying, and get started investing with as little as $20. It's also a great place to learn about crypto. Get the latest crypto news and all that directly. You might have heard of Bitcoin, you know what I'm saying? That was the first cryptocurrency in the world and still the most popular today. But Coinbase has over 200 digital assets on its platform that you could trade, including Ethereum, Solana, XRP, Dogecoin, and mad other digital assets.
So fans of this podcast get $20 in Bitcoin when you sign up and make a trade today using code 7PM at coinbase.com/partner/7PM. Coinbase. Crypto moves, money forward. Everyone's got a thirst, you know that. A drive to be the next big thing, to put the world on notice. And if you answer when your thirst calls, then Sprite is for you.
It is, man. Sprite's for the makers and the creators. You know what I mean? The visionaries putting in work into their dreams. Whether you're shooting a cinematic masterpiece on your phone,
filling notebooks with sketches, or up all night turning your bedroom to the booth. Keep going. You know thirst is everything.
Sprite's made for those who have a thirst for success and are working on turning their dreams into reality. So keep going and remember to be true to yourself.
Obey your thirst. Sprite.
Yo, listen, Monica, we have a segment on the show called the 7 p.m. moment. It's a moment in Monica's career where Monica looked at Monica in the mirror and said, yo, we are locking in because we going this way and there ain't no plan B.
Oh, man. Okay, so my 7 p.m. moment. I think, so, all right, so this had to be, right? It's pandemic. So 2020, no, right before the pandemic, 2 years before the pandemic. I had come home back to DC, my parents' house, or back to Maryland, PG County, whatever. laid off twice in the span of 3 years. And I was like, all right, God, like, I don't know. What are we doing? Hustling, figured out the freelance life. I am pretty good about my money. I pay my bills on time. In this season, I ain't had no money to pay my bills, but I would answer for the bill collectors. So I was like, yo, like, hey, if you check my record about 6 months ago, I was great about this, but right now I just ain't got it. I'm gonna get back to you though. So I remember sitting on the couch, had, done my budget as best I could, get a call from a number I didn't know. It turned out to be Pat Lowry, who at the time was a coordinator producer at ESPN over women's college basketball. I'm like, oh, I know who you are. How can I help you? She's like, I need you to go do my tournament this weekend. This is a Wednesday. Need you to watch games on Friday, do our studio coverage on Saturday. Can you do it? And I was supposed to go to LA for Big East coverage. And I'm like, yeah, I'll figure it out. I can do it. So that weekend, we knocked it out the park. Like, it was great. And she's like, the ACC network, a subsidiary of ESPN, is launching in the fall. You'll hear from me. So that was definitely the moment that I was like, all right, this is the traction we need to get this thing back on the track for sure.
How'd that feel though? You know what I'm saying? Because I know when you get the call from the number you don't know.
Yeah.
And it be like 310 or like, area code, it's like, oh, it's LA area code? Okay, hold on, hello.
Meryl, like at that point, I was legit about to like, all right, I'm about to go coach basketball and teach English. Like, we'll figure it out. Like, I can have a beautiful life, even if it doesn't look the way that I had hoped and dreamed. So it was kind of like, it was this, y'all have these moments where once you have let it go, it comes back.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was that, right? Like I had truly like surrendered, like, all right, bet. Like I'm gonna do what I can. I'm gonna do it as a hobby because I love it. But like these bills, you know what I'm saying? I can't keep being like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you when I got it. So it was one of those moments of like, sometimes you can't hold things so tightly. You destroy it, crush it, whatever, squeeze it too tight, whatever the analogy you want to use.
It's like a butterfly.
Yeah, you gotta let it be. Like you just gotta let it be. Man. Yeah. So that's definitely, I think that was the larger message. You just really can't control. Control is dangerous.
You know what I'm saying?
Right?
Don't surrender. You know what I'm saying?
Control is dangerous.
Control is dangerous. Surrender.
Like too controlling.
To destiny. Right? You know what I mean?
You gotta put in your work along the way, but like, yeah.
Yo, so listen, the finals is happening right now.
Finals are happening.
You are
radio coverage, digital coverage, all the things.
I want a more powerful word
what
for you,
is that?
MSG, because every time I see you on my TV on MSG, I'm like, yeah. We gonna get some good shit right now.
I love the MSG crew. Facts.
You know what I mean? So
it's a good crew.
We got, a lot of people in New York, they know you from MSG, obviously. I am one, You got a close-up look at the Celtics. Knicks, obviously, same division. You know the team. You know the construction of the roster. Here's the question I got for you.
Okay, here we go.
There's a couple. What do you make of Jason Kidd's comments saying that Jaylen Brown is the best player on the Celtics? Is that Jason Kidd? Ooh. Is that J Kidd playing mind games? Ooh. Does he really believe that? Is he trying to sow division between JB and JT?
Bro, I think that was totally overblown.
Me too.
Yeah.
Because we all have witnessed this conversation for the last 4 years.
Right.
And so in this moment, in this series, in this postseason run, has Jaylen been better? Yeah. Okay. I also think if he says that 2 years ago, I think it plays out differently internally for the Celtics.
Yes.
But this group, more mature. I think Jrue Holiday does not get enough credit. Leadership, play, defense, all the things. More mature, more focused. Like, I thought that was a perfectly fine statement when you look at the current series.
Right.
Jaylen hooped in game one. Like, he hooped in game one. What you mean? What are we talking about? Yes.
So he was right. I was like, he's right. But like they like to, we talk about it all the time. Narratives, spin, storylines, whatever. Yeah. They want to make something. Because, J Kidd is known to be a gamesman. You know what I'm saying?
It's the same conversation people are having now. Like, that's everybody's conversation when you talk about the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not just like a secret. People are having this conversation amongst themselves and amongst their friends. Like, this is barbershop talk that we talking about. Like, that's a real question for fans and viewers to ask that question. As players and as a coach, you see it differently. You got to prepare for Boston. Like, who you really preparing for? So J Kidd, like, my focus is Jaylen Brown, and if that's my focus, then that's the best player out there.
Right.
Because I'm focusing on Jaylen Brown.
I'm so glad you unpacked that way, because I'm like, the focus does not mean that you don't have to account for Jayson Tatum.
No.
Like he ain't say the dude was a scrub.
Yeah.
But like we gonna get stuck on this one word of like that's the best guy. I mean,
but we break things down, man.
Yeah. So
we break shit down.
So to molecular levels, B. So to that point, is the story Jayson Tatum is quote underperforming, or is it like a Bron D Wade Miami situation where it's just like, yo, we're both those guys.
So,
but somebody gotta be more of a.
I hate it.
Go ahead, tell us.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it because we can't just accept them for who they are.
Bingo.
Like, yo, these motherfuckers.
Bingo.
They could both get a bucket.
Nice. Like those guys they nice, man. Like Boston is nice, and Tatum and Brown is nice. It ain't too many people fucking with them as a duo. So let's just get that clear. So why are we even like trying to wedge that, in the middle to like separate the two? Like, nah, you shouldn't do that.
The other part I will give you is because we had this layoff on Get Up. Shout out to Greeny. I don't always agree with his takes, but this one we actually looked at in terms of Jayson Tatum has been All-NBA.
Thank you, Monica. I appreciate that very much. You're agreeing with me here live on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn in the Hook with Carmelo, Anthony, and the Kid. I love this.
He's going to be like, what's this podcast? What were you on?
What was the thing there? Was this show at 9 p.m. in the Bronx? Is that what the thing you did there, Monica?
He's completely self-aware, which I love. He don't know what's going on in this culture. But we put up a graphic of Celtics greats and how many times they've been All-NBA. And the company that Jayson Tatum is in under 27, right? He doesn't have a championship yet. But then when you look and it's like Tony Parker and Kobe, they had Hall of Fame running mates. And so I think because Jayson has been appointed the guy in Boston since he got there, that's a legacy franchise. Like, you can't knock it. There's a different level of pressure. But it does not mean he has not been very good.
No, Jayson Tatum he's not shooting the ball as efficient, but he's playing extremely well. He's rebounding. He almost had a triple-double the other day, right? A triple-double with a 20-point win. Like, what more do we, you know what I mean? Like, what do we want to see? You get what I'm saying? If Jaylen is doing his thing and everybody else is, we spreading the word, you got 4 or 5 players over 15 with my triple-double, then that's a lot powerful than going out there having 35 and 4. You get what I'm saying? So I'd rather have 20, the triple-double with everybody else having those 20 and 25s. I'm cool with that. And we winning. I'm up 2-0. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Like, I don't care what y'all say.
Okay.
Yeah, Jaylen, you better, motherfucker.
Come on.
Yo, you got it, man.
You got it, champ.
Yo, I'm gonna give you a t-shirt. You the best player on the team, dog.
But
Jersey swap.
To Monica's point, I think the credit should go to Brad Stevens. Like, like the fact that Brad Stevens studied the game. We talking about students of the game. He studied the game. He studied the history of the game. He studied championship teams and organizations. When you gotta have a Batman and Robin. You have to. There's no team that ever won a championship who didn't have a Batman and Robin.
Can you?
You have to. It's impossible. So yeah, we should be embracing. Is Jaylen and Tatum for what they do.
You've been in the media long enough to know that's not what we do. But
I'm saying
no.
It's hard for me to say. I don't. Boston. It's hard for me to say that word, but. But I'm saying I'm a realist too, right? I'm a realist, and I understand. We're talking about development and growth, like what Jayson Tatum is doing. He don't get enough credit for that.
You think it's possible?
All 3 NBA, teams, 3 NBA, all that shit is his numbers is crazy. All under 27.
Do y'all think it's possible for that to happen, but for it to switch? You know what I'm saying? Depending on matchups, situations, whatever. So it's like you have your Batman and Robin, right? You got Jayson Tatum, you got Jaylen Brown, Batman, Robin. But today I'm Batman.
It's Batman, Superman, really. It's like Batman and it ain't Robin.
Right. It's Batman and Wolverine.
It ain't Robin though. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
It ain't Robin.
So what are you saying? It's possible for their roles to switch?
Right. So it's like
sure.
And ego not get into it, right? So it's just like, all right, cool. Like today, you getting 40.
It's impossible.
I'm a facilitator.
For ego not to get into it?
It's impossible. It's impossible. The only way this will happen is if Jayson Tatum goes and say, here, Jaylen, here's the keys. Look, Dwayne Wade had to do that with LeBron. Here's the keys. I'm going to do what I do, but I need, here's the keys. Go ahead. Right? I'm saying in order for that to happen, I'm just speaking hypothetically.
Yeah.
In order for that to happen, that's what will have to happen. Jayson will have to say, here.
You sure it ain't like, I got this, bro. You drunk. Get in the back. I'm taking the keys. Give me the keys.
Yeah.
Nah.
Ooh, Melo.
So this is what I think as a fan. Listen,
You think about that.
y'all are more in it than me. I'm watching on TV. I'm at the crib in my Olas with no shirt and half a sandwich, watching the shit. And when they show you, the commercial, right?
Yeah.
Mavs, Celtics. What do they show you?
Who the faces?
Luka, JT, right?
Yeah.
So like,
that's because they both Jordan. But go ahead.
Yeah, but that conversation go deeper than that though. Like as far as why we don't see Jaylen Brown. Like that's a deeper conversation. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't think we got enough time to. You get what I'm saying? Like
I got my share of truth telling.
I know JB, so I understand what was going on with him and his mindset. With, You know what I mean? So,
bro, that dude
I don't want to get into that conversation right now. That's probably another segment. But he could be there if he wanted to. He can be there in a different way. He can be there.
But the ego shit is what's killing me.
Stop, time out. Time out.
In a different way.
Okay, I don't want you, we're not going there right now.
Okay.
Does a Celtics championship solve everything we're not going into right now?
It still comes down to him. If he wants that, if he wants to be lifted in that way. Meaning JB.
Yeah, I got you.
Right? If he want to be lifted that way, he could be lifted that way.
But you know what's crazy?
And winning a championship, it's only going to make it tougher to make a decision for the Boston Celtics.
Oh,
Because they're going to love
with
you,
Jayson
but they
Tatum.
gonna,
No, it's not. It's going to all be love. But it's,
you still got to deal with
you got to come to the crossroads and you got to make a decision. Like, Jay Tatum, your time is almost contractually. There's a lot of shit going on. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit going on. So my answer is, it's impossible. Not impossible, but yes, it is impossible. The only way it can happen is if Tatum hand them keys over.
You never seen that playing?
So we should support both of them. We should just enjoy what we're watching because this is this is special.
As a fan, I'm 1000%. That's all I care about. Is the games are good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like even the blowout games are good. You know what I'm saying? Like game one,
something to watch.
When they got spanked, I was like, yo, I watched the first quarter to the end of the final, dribbling the ball out. So the product is good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The games is good, but it's just something. There's just something about the undercurrents. You know what I'm saying?
I hope they can do it. I hope they figure out how to do it. Because the business of basketball comes into play.
I was about to say, so let me ask you this.
And that's the messy. That's what makes that shit messy.
That's the dark side of it.
Not only, okay, so obviously the business, dollars got to make sense. But then there's also the relationships of like your teammates. Yep. And I think one of the things in sports, not that all your teammates are not your best friends. Some folks are just your teammates.
Absolutely.
Right? And so as we watch, like I'm sitting here thinking like currently in the league, there's probably not a 1-2 punch that is as close in terms of productivity, right? Everybody else, we would be like, oh, that's one. And every now and again, the conversation seems to teeter that you would argue that's the other one in Boston in particular. But how much of that can be solved? And I'm not implying that they don't have a great relationship, they're teammates. But like how much of that is kind of the work that y'all decide to do away from the court, just at dinner, kicking it, trying to figure out how to make it work in the big picture?
I mentioned this on an earlier episode.
Right,
I said about the Clippers.
Yeah.
I said in order for that to work, they got to like each other.
Got it.
Right, you got to really fuck with each other, like in order to be like, all right, I'm gonna let you do your thing. You do your thing. Like you gotta strategize on that. You can't strategize if you don't communicate, if you don't talk, you don't fuck with each other.
You just see each other in the gym.
Yeah, it's just like you see them in the gym, you hang out sometimes. But in Boston, I think it's the culture that they create in Boston.
I got you.
Whereas, even though Boston win all these championships, they still get overshadowed. You know what I mean? Even though they was the number one team in the NBA this year, they still was down talked. They can't do it. They're not going to do it. Can them two coexist? Like
they're going to fold in the playoffs.
Those two guys, I think, from what I know, is very, very close. Like to the point where it's like, oh my, probably what Caitlin is thinking. Like, damn, like it ain't even like that. Like, what the fuck are y'all even talking about?
Yeah.
Jayson ain't gonna say it. He gonna tell you in his body language that y'all bugging. JB will tell you.
Yeah.
Right, but he's an intellect. You get what I'm saying? So he know how.
He's an NBA Tony Stark.
Yeah, he know what to say, how to say it. He know how to, say what he got to say and let it be known in his way. So that's the difference between the two. His personalities is a lot different too. So I think they both love each other and really fuck with each other to like, yo, I want to see you win just as bad as you want to see me win.
Right.
And I don't think that's the case when most white hats get together.
Right.
Like you don't want to see the other one win as much as they want to see you. Like it's never like that. It's never balanced like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you have balance anywhere?
My balance, well, I'm gonna tell you when I had the balance. It was a couple people that I wanted to see. I wanted to help win the championship.
Okay.
It was Dame Lillard, right? I wanted to win one with LeBron just because of the story. But when I got to OKC, it was like Russ and PG. Like these I want to win for these guys. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. New York was like, I had time. You know what I mean? Like, we gonna build this shit out. Whoever gonna come, we gonna make it work. And then Denver, like it was just always, it was me, but I had other guys, we were still developing in Denver. So we all wanted to win for each other. But like individual guys, those were the guys that's like, damn, I wanna. But and also like J Kidd wanted me to win the championship so fucking bad in New York.
Yeah. And
I felt the same way, even though he was 100 years old. I felt I felt the same way. Like, dog, man, I want you to win one. I'm doing this for you, champ. Like, so those was like the guys.
So sticking with that though, sorry, Mary, I know the show pod, but
no,
anyway,
we let it take over.
Sticking with that in terms of the dynamic of your stars, as you see it, what has worked for Luka and Kyrie, or is it now rubber meeting the road and it's not working as well?
Nah, I think it's why it worked so well.
Why had it worked
because
to this point? Yeah,
Dallas is getting a different Kyrie mentally, right? A more mature Kyrie. I don't like using the word woke, but he's an educated black man, right? Where he ain't taking no shit. And they met at a crucial time, right? Dallas came in and Mark Cuban came in and put their arm around Kyrie and said, you know what? You done found a new home. Yeah. So when you home, there's no place like a home, right? I'm home, I'm comfortable. I go to work every day, I got my family, I'm situated, my feet wet. I know this is Luka's, right? So the only way I can work with this is if I gotta be the man to sit down and say, oh, Luka, listen, we gotta do this together. And it wouldn't work without a Jayson kid, right? Somebody who know how to play. He's a player's coach, right? He knows personnel, he knows personalities, he know what to say to, he gamble. That's why I said Jaylen Brown was the best player.
He knew, bro. He's like, yo, bump into me, but get a free timeout.
Nah, he's a chess player, man. But yeah, it works, and I think as a fan and a competitor, like I want to see that work because somebody who's been in that position before, it's always it can't work. It's not going to work. It's impossible for that to work. So as a player, you want to prove that this shit can work. And if it don't work, that's the part that fucks you up as a player.
Because they waiting for you to fail. Yo, Melo, papi, I'm Dominican, so I have a very deep love for baseball. That, but on some real-ish, one of the favorite things about it is the history. Baseball is rich in history.
That's right. America's pastime has one of the most decorated histories in all of sports, and a major part of that is Negro Leagues.
And to honor that history, Major League Baseball is holding a special regular season game between the San Francisco Giants and the St. Louis Cardinals at Rickwood Field as a tribute to the Negro Leagues.
Rickwood Field is a former home of the legendary Birmingham Black Barons of the Negro Leagues. Over its 114-year history, it has hosted some of baseball's greatest legends, including Willie Mays, Hank Aaron, Jackie Robinson, Satchel Paige, and of course, Josh Gibson.
Man, goats on goats. Listen, tune in to MLB at Rickwood Field Thursday, June 20th, 7 p.m. Eastern, live on Fox.
Go to MLB.com/Rickwood to learn more. Peace.
Yo, Melo, man, I'm getting up there, man. I just turned 41. You know what I'm saying? I'm not washed. You know what I mean? I still got the hezzy pull on deck. But let's just say when I don't get a great night's rest, things get spooky for me the next day.
Okay.
But Helix is here to help me alleviate my problems, man.
You already know the Helix lineup offers 20 unique mattresses, like their award-winning Luxe and Ultra Premium Elite collection.
You can also find what Helix mattress works best for you and your body by taking the Helix sleep quiz and finding your perfect mattress in under 2 minutes, B.
They even offer a 100-night trial and a 10 to 15-year warranty to try out your new Helix mattress.
Ooh, look at that. Helix is offering you 20% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners. You know what I'm saying? You're welcome.
So go to helixsleep.com/7pm. That's helixsleep.com/7pm. This is their best offer yet, and it won't last long. With Helix, better sleep starts now.
Coach searches are happening. Dan Hurley was a big name coming out of UConn to take over as Lakers head coach, but he said, skirt, nah, I'm going back. He said, back to UConn.
That story ended as abruptly as it started.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, I landed in LA and was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I thought this was JJ's job. What's going on?
You know?
For the first time, y'all, and I know we go back to our drinking word, marketing, but like, the money was not the biggest thing.
Nope.
And I have mad respect for that. Like, he's in a great place in UConn,
Right.
trying to, go 3 in a row since, UCLA, I think, was the last organization that did it. It's his way, right? It's his way. The NBA, he'd have to change so much in terms of how you operate. And frankly, y'all, like, the Lakers' job, to me, has more pressure on it than it's worth. Like, the only way they're going to be successful is if they win.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't know that the West is built like that for them to win right now.
I'd rather be president of Ukraine, bro.
Not Ukraine. Oh, my God.
Yo, this shit is so... The Lakers coach, bro, that is the hottest seat in basketball right now, I think.
And it literally, it has a
always.
2-year, stamp on it.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
You got
yo,
18 months.
it's like Congress, bro. You got a 2-year term.
You got a summer and a season.
Like, win a championship, you still got a 2-year term. Like, whatever.
No.
Oh, man.
I mean, I feel like you kind of just already said it, but like, is Connecticut a better situation than Lakers head coach? Not just for Dan Hurley, but just for like for Monica, Coach Monica.
You can't answer that on anybody because I'm gonna go get this check for 2 years and we're gonna be sucking them out, like whatever. Personally, I'm gonna get this money and I'm out.
You got the hands in your pockets.
I tried. What you want to do, Bron? Whatever you want to do.
What you want to do, bro?
What time of practice?
You just hit Bron to drive the clipboard like, yo,
yeah, I picked up snacks today.
How many minutes you want Bronny to play?
Seriously, yeah. Oh, 17. Got you. You want Bryce ready? Let's go. Whatever you need. Personally, but it's a very personal thing, right? Like, I don't think you can answer that question with a blanket statement,
right?
Because Hurley is an East Coast guy. He's established UConn. His family's here, the whole bit. Like I said, I'm out. I'd have been gone. Heartbeat.
There's a lot of open seats though, so it's like we got the Lakers, which is apparently like a very scary seat. You know what I'm saying? But then you got the Cavs, which is like
That's a tough situation.
Young team.
I understand that one.
Tough situation, but it's you got a lot of young talent. Right coach gets in there.
I didn't understand a lot of coaches' situations this year.
I was like, do you have a lot of young talent?
Milwaukee situation,
Decent, bro.
Cleveland situation, Lakers situation.
A lot of weird coaching shit going on.
Like
And you want to
shit.
tell me Tom Thibodeau plays guys too many minutes? Shut up! Like, at least I got a coach that I know is gonna be in place.
They had me on that. They had me drinking that Kool-Aid too, and then I looked at the numbers and I was like, wait a minute. I said, wait a minute, he ain't really doing all that.
He's not.
He's not doing all that.
He's not.
Like, it's pretty average, considering. You know what I'm saying?
He's gotten better.
Yeah.
Those tips.
What I will say, and I'm
me.
glad that you're here, because we could discuss this in person.
Tell me. What'd I say?
My man, expand the rotations.
So,
why not? Why is he not doing that? What do you see that I don't?
The bench.
I do think that there was wiggle room.
Bench.
They ain't got it like that?
I mean, it just wasn't as strong as it should have been.
Can you get better with your little bit of minutes, though? Can you improve in your... The other thing, though, is we got to be honest about bench minutes and role minutes. Like, if you're not coming in and being productive, okay, cool, you ain't...
Yeah.
Like,
You also got to know the coach, right?
Yeah, you got to come in and
Tim's
hit
only
it.
played 7 people.
He went to 8 this year.
Forever. He went to 8. I was surprised.
Yeah, when he went to 8, I was like,
he only played 7 people.
I was like, who is that? I was like, he's on our team.
So
You know what I'm saying?
6 guys compete for the 2 spots off the bench.
He went to 8.
And whoever's playing well.
I think my whole thing with Tibbs is obviously his history is what it is. We can't deny it, right? But same conversation we just had about JB, Jayson, Kyrie. Like, I think he's growing as a coach too.
Yeah.
I think Jaylen has been great for him. I think his relationship with Rick has been fantastic for him.
Smiling.
Listen.
That's crazy.
One
That's
time.
He be laughing in post games.
I forget where we were. Oh, Chicago. It was after a win.
Yeah, about thanks for
And I go, Tibbs, what's your favorite Michael Jackson song? Like in the middle of like post game.
Oh.
And he didn't have a Michael Jackson song, but it was just the personality. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think Tibbs doesn't get enough credit for how prepared he is, how hard he works. And I think even as a coach, like he's growing. I think the rotation could stretch just a little bit, but like what he has done has worked for him.
Right.
And the buttons that he pushed with this group, he got everything he could. I think people forget Julius Randle's freaking all-star, yo. Like,
hello.
He went down in January and this team is still finishes with a second seed.
Bro, that's 24-9 you're missing right there.
Come on now.
Come on, stop playing.
So anyway, the larger point, good coaches are hard to come by.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Culture. Tibbs bring culture.
Thank you.
He brings
That's
culture.
what it was.
Not
Knicks
everybody can take on the New York Knicks head coaching job. That's a hot seat too, by the way. Right.
Super.
It's not as hot as LA.
Go.
But it's a hot seat.
It is.
So you had to bring somebody in who was going to be able to establish a culture and buy into his culture.
So tell me the percentage though.
Okay.
Of like Tibbs, my culture, versus Jaylen, Josh, Dante, Julius, OG, having guys that buy in. Like, what is the percentage on meeting in the middle in terms of a coach versus your personnel?
Well, I think it's half and half. It's 50-50
Okay.
because Tibbs, as a coach and as an experienced coach, right? He know the game. He is the most well-prepared coach there is in any sport, I would say.
Mm.
He's going to be prepared. He's going to be ready for every situation, every moment, every play. And if you're not ready to understand the game from an intellectual standpoint, you're not going to want to fuck with Tibbs, right? Because you're going to be thinking about the mental game, but also the physical game, you got to go out there and play too. So you got to go practice. You got to work out. You got to train. You got to really earn your keep when it comes to Tibbs. So earlier Tibbs was a little nuts. Like, I love Tibbs. He was fucking nuts, right? He was nuts. He's gotten a lot better understanding this new culture and this new generation and these players. So now you get vets, Josh Hart and Brunson, even though they're young, but they are vets in this league. They understand, okay, I have to buy in order to make this work. Fuck what everybody else is saying about Tibbs. We're going to buy in. We come from this.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's a good point.
The Nova Wildcat. It's all about the system that you come from that prepares you for that next system. All right? And Villanova, I think, prepared those guys for Tibbs. But Tibbs was nuts, though.
Tibbs was nuts. Any chance y'all think Jay Wright takes the Lakers job?
Nah.
I don't buy it at all.
Nah.
I was like, who's reporting this?
Not at all. He's like you said, like it's a Hurley situation. It's like, bro, you the man over here.
Yeah, it's. I mean, the
That's
shit
like
that you're doing, it hasn't worked, right?
Who are we talking about? The Lakers?
Yeah, it's like I'm just saying, you brought in Frank, won a championship, get out, right?
Darvin, West
Coast, Darvin, get out. Dan Hurley is not playing that. Like, I'm not taking that job.
Nah. I'm coaching at my place. Listen to me.
If I'm the Lakers, then I'm going, okay, I don't know how much longer LeBron is going to be here, right? He on the other side, right? He thinking about maybe the other side, right? We don't know we got AD to kind of build around. We don't know what the fuck AD going to think when Bron figure out his situation. So if this is the big picture, why not go get somebody like a JJ Redick who's young that can rebuild? You're going to be in rebuild mode.
Why? It feels like such a dirty word when it comes to the Lakers, but all of us see it. Like, why don't they just lean in?
Because you're the Lakers.
Because I was about to say, the Yankees, the Lakers.
And there's nothing wrong with that because of the standard. It's because of the standards in LA is so high that I don't even think they know what the fuck to do and who to put in that seat. So yes, you could tell why. You could see them wanting Darren Hurley, what they trying to do over there. That type of personality, that type of coach.
Got it.
That type of culture. That's what they looking for. If you offer Darren Hurley that means you're looking for something very specific to build over here.
You're not, because some of the conversation with JJ has been whether or not he would garner the respect coming without the experience as a coach.
Yes.
You're not worried about it.
I think JJ is a very smart man. I think he's when it comes to sports, he knows his shit.
Mm-hmm.
How does that translate to a coach? It sounds easy, but when you coaching the best player in the world, right? Arguably the best player in the world, like,
And I got a podcast on Thursdays.
Shut up.
No, I'm just saying, it's funny because I think I know LeBron in a very good way. Like, I don't even know if he even like, it's like whatever to him. Like, yo, like, nah, leave me out of it. I do believe that he's saying, yo, do what y'all got to do.
Let me know who's
but once
going to be.
it's done,
I do believe
once it's done, is it going to be the same kind of energy though?
he gonna give you a chance.
Okay.
He always give you a chance.
Don't fuck it up, though, Champ.
He always
Don't
gives-
fuck it up,
yeah,
Champ.
Yeah, he always
Day
gonna
one,
get-
that 2 years clicking.
he gonna let you. One thing, he gonna let you coach him. He
Okay.
gonna let you coach him early until his second level clicks in.
He's
And
like,
if you
"Why
can't
tell
keep
me
up with that level of,
Yeah.
then you get left behind. But he's gonna let you coach him. So whoever it
basically-
is, he's gonna let you. He's gonna let you coach him.
Basically, Darvin Ham lost his job when he didn't call a timeout.
That's a fact.
That's basically what happened.
Now Doc say, "Come on over."
I like
So we-
JJ. It's just very
I fuck with
fascinating.
JJ.
No,
That's my
because we
guy.
had that conversation. I'm gonna get into it, but we had that conversation about, like you said, like this is a guy you played with.
Yeah.
How is it like? Is the level of respect the same as like a Woody? You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like, oh, I know you.
The
a vet.
respect is there. The respect is there. I had a situation with Derek Fisher. Not like when he just came up. I just competed against him 4 months ago. So it's like, hold on, I had to wrap my head around this. Like, oh shit, like
You telling me what to do?
no, not even that. But it's like, okay, what are you about to bring to this?
Yeah.
You know, how are we gonna make this work? Because I got to flip the switch now
Yeah.
from competing against you to actually allowing you to coach me. So it's a switch. I wouldn't mind seeing like Mark Jackson get interviewed, Sam Cassell get interviewed, especially if they win.
Shout out to Sam for sure.
Yeah.
If Boston wins, Sam Cassell should get an interview. Like I think it's his time. Like
He should get an interview. He should be a serious candidate.
he should get an interview with the Lakers.
Got it.
Yeah, for sure,
Definitely.
for sure.
He's one of them guys.
And it's a couple of them, but those two like the top of the names that should be. If you're interviewing JJ, right? There's no slap to JJ, but if you're going to interview JJ,
Sam
interview
Cassell.
those guys as well.
Come on, man. Listen, and now, Monica, it is time for our segment here. It is called Streets is Askin. It's presented by Coinbase. You know what I mean? It's with the 7 p.m. fam. They send in questions. They could be wild. They could be spicy. But they're usually not because we screen them. You know what I'm saying? And we respect
Shout
our
out to
guests.
screening.
We love and respect our guests. You know what I mean? First up, from an unknown user who did not leave their ad name because they don't want to get no clout on the internet. Shout out to you, I guess. Question is, what did y'all think of the live stream with Kai Cenat, Drewski, and Kevin Hart? And Melo, if you could pick any two former teammates to live stream for 24 hours,
Damn.
who would it be and why?
Oh,
If y'all want to check the stream for a little bit, we got a little link here.
I was like, I missed this.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, I was doing my stream and people sent me up, yo, Carson, I got 80 to 100,000 people watching him and Kevin Hart dance.
What time was this though?
This is like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at midnight. Bro, this shit. You know what's crazy? Yo, listen, I ain't gonna hold you. Yo, Monica, I have, my oldest son is 13, right?
Okay, tell me.
So they be watching shit like this. And when I walk in the room and I just see the screen and it's just this, I'm like, what is this? Can you, not even on some like, oh man, like, what the fuck is this bullshit? But just like, yo.
What are y'all watching?
Yeah, just explain it. I'm not hating. Just explain it to me. Why is Kevin Hart twerking in a tuxedo with Drewski's wrestling with the little guy on the floor?
You watch reality shows.
Is it that?
That's a reality. That's a new reality show.
It's just live 24/7.
Streaming is a new reality show.
Streaming is definitely the new entertainment.
Is it Big Brother? Remember Big Brother? They had like all the
with
GoPros
cameras
everywhere, the
in
cameras
house.
hitting.
Yeah. Same concept. What do I think of this? I think Kevin Hart, ding, 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 master marketer. Staying relevant all times.
Yo,
Always.
marketing Monica McNutt, goddamn it, Triple M in the building. Yo, if you need a consultant, you get on another bag.
Bro, he definitely looked like the big cousin that just don't belong and is always in the mix with the kids. Bro, where's your job? Like, where are you supposed to be right now?
Get back on the
Bro,
ground.
cousin, right? Oh, my cousin over here, he finna get some weed or something, like whatever. Oh my God.
He is the cousin that be going to get the weed. He's like, yo, Kev, you got the.
Right.
Yeah. Yo, go to the store. You got the mustache. They let you buy the Dutchess.
Right, with the gray in it, the gray.
Yo. So the follow-up to that, Melo, is if you could pick any two former teammates
Ooh.
to live stream like that for 24 hours. You don't
They
gotta
did
be
that for
dead.
24 hours?
24
That's
hours.
what I'm
Oh,
saying.
that's why they was fighting.
First of all, I had over 100 teammates
You got lots of choices then.
in New York alone.
See?
I had over 100
Because you
teammates.
be pulling some names too. Because if you
I
ain't
was
been
trying
with
to
a
see,
motherfucking
like streaming like that,
Alexi
24
Shved
hours.
and Lou Amundsen, I'm a wild out.
J.R. Smith for sure.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Streaming for sure.
shirtless.
You're talking about streaming now. You got to be very specific. I could say AI, but AI he gonna go to sleep.
So that's what y'all remember. It's 24 hours too.
AI going for 24 hours. I would
They were
say
awake?
Yeah.
Oh,
Kmart have the energy, but he ain't. He gonna tap out. Jr. and Shump.
J.R. Shump. There
That's
you
a
go. I
good
was about to
show.
say Shump.
Like those are like you talking about streaming like this type of energy.
Yeah.
That's a
They got
show.
it.
I'm going
for
with
sure.
Jr. and
They
Shump
be up
For sure.
freestyling for 3 hours
for 24
straight.
hours.
For sure.
You'll see the best content.
And at this point in their lives, their kids calling in the whole bit. Like, yeah.
Yo, Shump J.R., let's go. 7 p.m. in
Streaming
Brooklyn,
for
24
24
hours
hours.
stream live. Let's go. Yo, next up from Joshua Smith, 4'5". I seen a tweet that went viral over the weekend from a 2010 Jordan Brand commercial where Melo was a bunch of different characters. One of them was a coach. Would you ever get into NBA coaching
Nope.
so you could let the team know they playing like some suckers?
That is exactly why I can't be a coach.
At any level?
I think I would coach high school.
Because you could be like
But
that.
like,
You could
I
be
gotta have my own like situation,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
like a Danny Hurley situation.
like a Oak
I'm
Hill
running
type
this.
of situation,
Yeah.
like a Lehigh, like a situation where I can control everything.
This
But
Melo
no, I
Academy.
can't see college. No, college is and NBA. Hell no.
Why not? Is it
Yeah,
because?
come on.
Yeah. Why
Tell
not?
us.
Is it because y'all ain't about to talk to me
it's
like
a lack
that?
of respect.
Right.
It comes down to a lack of respect, right? It ain't never worked for nobody like myself. Magic, it ain't fucking work. No player has, no like big time player has gotten back on the sideline and was successful as a coach.
I have heard that is because y'all are just operating at a different level.
This is what I'm saying. So
Right.
we operating at a different level. I'm still gonna have, I'm not me, but coaches may still have, former players may still have an idea of how the game is supposed to be played
Right.
from them as a player. But then as a coach, you gotta really strategize and understand the game from a coaching standpoint. So I don't think a lot of players can translate into coaching, like big time coaching.
Got it.
It's if you're a big time player, you got an ego, you got pride,
Mm-hmm.
right? You know it all, right? You know everything, right? So the minute
you
that
can
somebody
beat anybody.
right, and the minute that somebody try you, you're gonna revert back to being the competitor, right? So it's a lot of little shit that comes into play that
Now
I don't want to play those.
I want to see you, coach.
Yeah, right.
Now I want to
Like,
see
like,
it.
shut the fuck. Nah, see,
Yeah, but
nigga,
see,
that's how
I'm
you
It's
play.
easy. I can do it still.
Not even that. It's what the fuck. I'm that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
on the coaching
yeah.
tip. So
Right.
I don't even coach my son. I won't coach him.
The Pat Ewing shit. You practice that shot?
See shit like
You work on that
Pat.
shot?
See,
Shout out to Big Pat.
One leg step
this
back.
is what I'm saying.
Win.
Win. In the huddle, just frying your lead guard like, yo, motherfucker.
Right. So I don't think I can. I don't think I can do it. High school, I can.
But some kids respond to that. You know what I'm saying? To that
I
fire.
think that's the word. Kids. Ain't no men responding to that.
I was just about to say, assistant coach.
no.
Or no part of it, okay?
No.
All right. Just wondering.
Front office. Pulling the strings.
Maybe
You know what I'm saying?
the right situation.
Okay.
Ownership.
What's
yes.
Van Gundy's title in Boston? I can't remember.
Nobody knows.
What's that role?
Director of vibes.
What about the Van Gundy role?
Yeah. The CEO of vibes.
He about to get all the credit.
Oh my, that's true. I didn't even
He's
think
about to
about
get
that.
all the
Yeah.
credit. The
I ain't put it
secret
together.
sauce.
About that.
He was the mastermind.
Yeah, just little tweaks here or there.
Before we get into America's #1 segment, you know what it is. We gotta let our 7 p.m. family know that when the merch is dropping, we have the merch. So be
Yes,
sure to
sir.
check out the website. Peep the link in the description for more info and keep rocking with us. You know that. Your very own 7 p.m. in Brooklyn gear. Back to you, Chant.
Yes, sir. Yeah, listen, go cop that. It's very cozy. We got the the pre-sample versions, you know what I mean? And it is very official. I slept soundly on that flight back from LA with the full sweatsuit, being very cozy garments, you know what I'm saying? Now it is time, Monica, for the number 1 segment in America.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm saying? In the country, the 48 continental, you know what I'm saying, United States. It's called Fuck With It or Fuck Out of Here. Well, we ask you, our esteemed guest, a question.
Okay.
And you tell us if you are fucking with it, yes, I enjoy this thing, or fuck out of here, nah, get this thing away from me as far as you can because I don't like it.
Copy that.
You know what I'm saying? So the first one is Cam recently went at Anthony Edwards and Adidas after the T-Wolves guard new sneaker spot flashed receipts from his doubters, including us, which was the first one. He was like, yo, Carmelo Anthony said, we didn't say all that, champ. We didn't say all that, champ.
Watch the game, champ.
Watch the game, champ. Right. Don't just watch the clips and the highlights, champ. Lock in for 2 hours with it, champ. Come on, stop playing. We give you love all day. Listen, Cam was not having it, though. Cam, you know Cam.
Yes.
Cam is a very Harlem, you know what I mean? Some might call it even arrogant. You know what I'm saying? And boy, he went up on his show, It Is What It Is, and he cooked up. And man, like a glizzy on a public grill at Orchard Beach. My God. So the question here is, Monica, are you fucking with it or fuck out of here on sportscasters responding to athletes by roasting them with 16 bars of real rap?
Cam, sportscaster over artist?
That's what it is. It's crazy to me because I'm 40 years old.
I just spoke about
Wait
that.
a minute.
He had a window that people was gonna know him for Cam as the artist.
As the rapper.
Now we think about it. We just said Cam as the
Listen,
Sportscaster.
80s babies. Yeah.
Wow.
Right? 80s babies. Listen,
we team Cam. Like
we Cam the rapper. We Cam
100%.
Rap City, counting money, freestyling. No, if you a Zoomer, my kid thinks Cam is a sportscaster.
Okay.
And he's the guy with the pink hat.
Okay.
He don't know nothing about I'm ready. Like none of that. Dipset. He don't know.
Okay.
He just you know what he knows about Dipset?
Tell me.
He's like, those are the guys that got fried by Jadakiss in the locks.
Oh, during the pandemic.
During the verses.
Versus.
Yeah.
Got it.
Kids.
Oh, okay. Well,
I was like, hey, right. Hey, I didn't say it. Melo Jr. did.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm actually with this though, because first of all, I love Ant's commercial. I love this response. It's gonna make another commercial, and this sportscaster is particularly talented,
Right.
in the area of getting some bars off. So
Yes.
I'm with this. Like, not every sportscaster. My guy SA, you want him to be going at whoever?
I'm about to say.
Like, what do we want? Is that what we are?
Yo, Grace.
Stephen A.
Stephen A.
They could do a, you know what I'm saying?
Back to back like Tristan Styles? That would be crazy.
This particular sportscaster is right up his alley to respond this way.
Would Monica ever throw down a little 8 bars to respond?
Well, the best I got was my rhyme that I had to do when I filled in for Clyde the first time that Mike told me to do. Mike Green on the broadcast.
Oh shit.
That's all I got. It's not like spoken word. It's not bars. Moving on.
It's spoken word. She said next. Yo, we're not gonna talk about the spoken word moment. But listen, I want to bring. This is very random. I'm sorry. I know you got places to go. People see.
If I miss my flight, it's on y'all. But go ahead.
Hey, listen, I'll buy you a new one. I'll put you on a PJ at Teterboro. Do you remember,
Tell me.
as an MSG analyst, the Knicks game where you remember Andrea Bargnani, Milwaukee Bucks, 11 seconds left on the clock. The Knicks are up by 2. The Bucks shoot a 3. They miss. Long rebound. Andrea Bargnani catches it, immediately puts up a 3. With 11 seconds left on the clock, they up by 2. He misses it. Bucks get the rebound. Walt Clyde Frazier goes, what is he doing, folks? What is he doing? Why would he shoot the ball? I have never, have you ever heard an announcer and an analyst be completely like, yo, what the fuck?
This is why Clyde is such a treasure. Because most folks cannot get away with that. I've heard this clip, I've watched this clip and listened to Clyde on the call, but I wasn't there in person, obviously. But that's why Clyde is such a treasure, because he could do that. And while that one stands out, on the low, he does that all the time. Yeah. He'd be like, oh, that's an interesting decision.
No, I wouldn't have done that.
He'll walk past you on the
one.
plane, and say some shit to you. Whisper.
Let me tell you.
What was you thinking about that?
That's what you do in the fourth quarter? 12 seconds?
Really?
What?
Clyde he's one cool cat right
He's
there.
like, yo, super cool, man. Goddamn it, I love Clyde. Goddamn it. Listen, so next, Draymond Green spoke candidly on his podcast about Jordan Poole, the incident. You know what I'm saying? The where he splashed the pool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He said that he was so embarrassed after the punch that he regretted blowing off the party that he didn't go to celebrate Jordan Poole after he signed that. He got that big bag that him and Andrew Wiggins were talking about. So the question here is, fuck with it or fuck out of here. Draymond still talking about the punch after all this time, similar to one Al Bundy talking about his full career touchdown at Polk High. You know what I'm saying? 4 touchdowns, 1 game, Monica. 4.
Is
Is he dragging it?
It's therapy.
That's where I'm at.
Is he just talking it out?
Yeah, he got to get it out. It's therapy.
Yeah.
It's therapy.
But I'm gonna assume that all this chit chat at this point, he and Jordan have had this conversation.
Like mano a
They
mano.
have otherwise stop.
Yeah.
Like
if-
y'all have had to.
I agree with that.
You know what I mean?
If you haven't had the conversation, then stop.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
But if you had the conversation, then
Fuck with it.
I can get this off my chest. Like I have to get this out for
Right.
my own personal
Right.
development.
That part. And case study might be a little strong, but like for as good as Draymond is, obviously he's had some big time non-basketball plays, non-basketball moments, right? But I think if there's somebody legitimately learning, which I know like people get tired of hearing from Draymond, but if somebody's legitimately watching and learning, I don't want to put him and Kyrie in the same boat, but like I do think growth is real.
Yeah.
Right.
And all we ever talk about sometimes is what guys can do on the court, but like y'all are growing as men too.
Yeah.
So, all right, sure.
Yeah, I fuck with it.
I'm cool with it too.
Because it's hard for Draymond to talk about it. Like it's hard for him to talk about it on the other side.
Yeah.
Like to lower your guard and be like, yo, I was fucked up when I hit Jordan Poole, or I didn't go to his party, or like, yeah, you was in a dark space.
And
That's why you didn't go. That's why you didn't, you know what I'm saying? And you probably had a small conversation with Jordan Poole. I don't think you had a major conversation with Jordan Poole. And if you did, I don't know that, but I'm just making an assumption. If I spoke to you briefly and I come out and say all of this, I'm really trying to speak to you. Like I'm really calling out for you to understand that I'm fucking sorry.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to a teammate of mine who was there.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So there's no biases. It's, this is what happened. And I'm letting you know I fucked up. I was tight when I didn't go to Jordan Poole party. I was fucked up when I punched him in his mouth. Like how his kids look at him, how his moms look at him. Like, it's a lot of shit that trickled down from that. So I fuck with it.
Yeah. Nah, I'm always
Oh, your punches, nigga, but I fuck
That's it right there, baby.
Full self-control.
You know what I'm saying? Yo. Oh, man. Goddamn it. 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. Live from the hook, baby. You know what time it is, man. Carmelo Anthony, your boy, the Kid Mero, and of course, the one and only inimitable.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Good vocab word. Love it.
Monica McNutt in the building. Thank you for stopping by, hanging out with us. You know what I mean?
Beautiful.
Giving the 7 p.m. gang a little game about the W, about hoops. You know what I'm saying? About ego. You know what I mean? Excellent. Excellent. Yo, listen, I might as well be your agent, bro. Give me 5% on this, because y'all need to give her a 10M bag, bro. Seasonal. You heard me?
Yeah.
Listen.
Or better. We starting at 10, all right? 7 p.m. in Brooklyn every Thursday. Stay locked in with us, man. Subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, I'm going to find you, bro. I got wolves. You know what I'm saying? So hit that sub button, hit the bell, hit the like, comment on a comment on a comment. We love you.
Peace.
Holla.